You know, it must be pretty hard to be President of the United States, to follow all of the laws that are man-made, many of them abominations to God. It must be tough. Why would anyone want to do that? Now, if it makes you wealthy, I can understand that. That's a good motivation today. But what if it's just to serve? And you have to abide by abominations. That must be tough. Psalm 19:14. This is one of my favorites. This was one of the first verses that I learned in Bible drill and vacation Bible school at First Baptist Church, Mount Pleasant, in the 40s. There were some 40s. I be one. Actually, a 30. Thank you. May these words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, Lord, my rock and my redeemer. NIV. And then we expand a little bit on the message. God's words warns us of danger and directs us to hidden treasure. Otherwise, how will we find our way? Or know when we play the fool? How would we know? Clean the slate, God, so we can start the day fresh. Keep me from stupid sins, from thinking I can take over your work. Then I can start this day sun-washed, scrubbed clean of the grime of sin. These are the words in my mouth, and these are what I chew on and pray. Accept them when I place them on the morning altar. O God, my altar rock, God, priest of my altar. Take these words that I chew and pray, and may they be pleasurable to you. Do you ever think about whether God likes what you're saying or not? Do you ever think about what you're thinking and wonder if God really wants you to think that? If you can continue to sin and do that, then you need a revitalization. You know, years ago, everybody rededicated their lives. You don't see that anymore. Rededication, rededication, rededication. I've known people that were baptized 3 times. Baptism doesn't save you. There are churches that believe that. Some are your very good friends or members of churches that believe that baptism saves. And some believe that you can sprinkle holy water on a baby and its soul is sealed in Jesus. Not so. That baby has to make that decision at a mature age. And maturity for children can happen as early as 5. I had a neighbor in Las Vegas, God love her. Her parents were very active in church. Her daddy was a son of a preacher. We were very close to this family, and she was 5 years old, and she carried her Bible out to play with her friends, and they talked about Jesus. It sort of shames me. I waited a long time to start sharing who Jesus really was publicly to strangers, anyone that would listen. Maybe some of you need to start doing that. May the words of my mouth and this meditation of my heart be pleasing in your sight, Lord, my rock and my redeemer. What I think, not just what I do, but what I think is important. I look at these new cars. The Audi electric car is such a sweet-looking machine. Rather strange-looking lady driving it, but, that's everybody to their own taste. But I'd like to have one of those little electric gizmos. I had an electric scooter, a little three-wheeler. I called it Hi-Ho Silver because the first time it was electric and first time I showered down on it, it reared up. And if it hadn't had little training wheels on the back to stop it from tipping over, it would have tipped over on me. 300 pounds of machine on top of this old body. I would never have recovered. So I called it Hi-Ho Silver. It was silver. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in the family. They took my keys away from me, justifiably. You see, I don't consider myself over the hill. But I have a mountain down here around my belly that tells me that it ain't the same Jim Austin as it used to be. That's now a 30-pound turkey, by the way. It's getting closer. Can a president who is a devout Christian serve as president of these United States? Can a congressman who is a devout Christian be party to the man-made laws that Congress makes that are abominable to God? Don't you see the problem, the political raw that we do? The flim-flam of the political arena. Every law that is passed in Congress has piggyback on it. Pork fat. It does. Somebody passes something, includes something for their particular state or their particular area or whatever. It's going to be there. It's politics. And I am fed up with politics. Politics has gotten us into this mess. So what is the answer? You tell me. I would be willing and I would be pleased to present any of your comments as to what do we do about the direction our country is going. I would like to hear from you. Obviously, everyone is totally pleased with the way things are. All 13 of you that have registered and visit me, would you please just take a minute and tell me what you think we should do about America? And don't make it general. Be specific. Should we limit terms? How many? Should we vet everyone running for office? Should we do intense background checks before anyone can be in Congress? And most especially the President of the United States. And my next question for you is a yes or no. Can a convicted Christian man of sound spiritual strength be president of a nation with laws on the books that are abominations to God? I would like to know what you think. All 13 of you. I'm going to hear from my buddy out in Idaho. I'll guarantee you, he doesn't miss a lick. I wish more of you would straighten me out if I'm wrong. Would you please? Would you please? I need to know. I mean, I'm getting kind of older here. And you all are silent. All 13 of you. And that's what I get for my box of chocolates here in my corner studio under the shadow of Kyle Field in the Eagle's Nest. Gig'em. Was it Missouri this time? And the Bearcats don't have to Bearcat nothing because they have a bye week. And the Cowboys, they go down there and they play them Patriots. Sans Tom Brady. It's going to be interesting. Ride 'em, Cowboys. And you, please, you 13 faithful followers, let me know what the answer to my questions would be. Amen.